They shady as hell for starting this episode with 999 years until release. Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Season 7, Episode 3. Um, we are at Aisha's house and she is packing and loading her car to head to Alabama to go see Michael with a K in prison. Now, her friend Christy is going with her because she knew not to bring Jay. She knew not to even ask Jay to go. But Christy is by her side doing what she does or whatever. And I understand Christy's position because I'm kind of that kind of friend. But the only difference is I'm going to tell you you're being stupid. Like, as your friend, I'm going to tell you, like, girl, this shit dumb. But if you still want to do it, then I'm going to stick beside you. I'm going to go right along with you. We want to ride past this man's house. I'm going. I'm going to tell you it's dumb. But I'm not going to let you do it by yourself. So they are packing. She's coming down. Y'all, I'm in North Carolina. It is like a blizzard happening outside my window right now. We don't get this. I'm not in the mountains part of North Carolina. We don't get this kind of weather here. Anyway, they are. She's coming down the steps and she gets kind of hung on the banister. And she's like, the devil trying to stop me. No, baby, that's the Lord. That's the Lord trying to stop you from going out here and doing something dumb. And this is when I noticed this doll that she's carrying around. It's a little tiny baby doll. And she's like, the doll's name is Anna Marie, and she's had it since she was about 13. And the doll has been with her since she was homeless and getting dressed in a car and brushing her teeth in the park bathroom before going to school. So I understand her attachment to the doll, but we don't need to take this doll with us, Aisha. And I knew Aisha was a little off. Like, she's sweet, she's educated, but she's off. I know a lot of people like that. My daughter kind of like that. Hey, boo. So they are heading to the prison. Aisha's driving. She's thanking Christy for coming with her. And Christy gets in the confessional. She's like, well, I think, he's jail talking her, but I hope that I'm wrong for my friend's sake. And I'm like, I don't think you wrong, sis. So Aisha says she's going down here to find some answers about these 999 years. And I'm like, girl, we still got telephones. Just call. That more than likely, they're not going to tell you anything different in person that they would over the phone. They're definitely not about to tell you nothing different than they're telling him. So we'll see. Now, Aisha just said that she submitted her background check in order to get on Mikhail's visitors list. But they never got back to her, so she drove up here anyway. And she hopes she's going to be able to see girl. So we get over here to Emily and Justin the burglar, and she's sitting and she's waiting for him to FaceTime her. And she was like, I don't know if he's going to, because yesterday when I told him about a client, he hung up on me, so we're not in a good space right now. And she said they only get 6 a month, so if that whole bell go off while she is on the phone with him, then she's just gonna get in trouble and getting written up at the house, because she don't get these. This is the only opportunity that they have to see each other face to face, and she's not about to let it go, so she'll just let them write her up. I said, not they writing people up at the whole house, child. I didn't know it was that deep. Like, Anywho, so he finally calls and he on the phone like, we need to keep each other first in everything that we do. And basically, he is going to be in longer than he thought, and he's trying to make sure that they're still good. He's trying to make sure that he has a grasp on her for this next year or so that he has to do. Cool. While they're in the middle of the conversation, the phone goes out. They lose it. She can't get back on the call. She's upset because, like I said, they only get 6 a month. Yeah, I got an excuse to like my TV is still going because I'm still actively watching the show. So Monique's still over here on these people's floor. She has fainted, and they called EMS. They came and got her. She didn't want to go to the hospital initially, but they told her that she needed to go get checked out, get some blood work done. She goes to the ER, she gets her blood work done, everything comes back normal. She says that she was hot, hungry, and irritated with her sisters, and that's what caused her to faint. Come to find out, she is on that Ozempic, or whatever they call it, and she hadn't eaten anything since 2 p.m. the day before. That's a long time to go without eating. I think she let her blood sugar drop too far. Monique is so pretty when she does her own filming. I don't know, it's something about the production cameras or their lighting or something, but she looks so, I don't say she looks bad, but she looks so much better on her own cameras. So Monique get home from the ER. She tells her sister she's gonna get her some rest or whatever. And then Titus calls. So she on the phone. She telling Titus what happened. I just fainted and I just came home from the ER and I haven't eaten or drank anything and you know. And he like, hey, that's weird. That's crazy or whatever. And she like, I'm not gonna be able to meet with Jamal and whoever. And then y'all, Ike Turner came out. Ike was like, no, I be telling you what you need to do, and you over there being lazy. You're not taking heed to what I'm saying, and just going on basically saying you dumb and lazy, and that should have never happened. So Monique is like, Titus, how? She ain't talking to him. She's talking to us, but she's saying, how are you supposed to be my man and you don't show me no kind of compassion or nothing? I just got out of the hospital or whatever. So she in her room, she like, you know what, I'm done for the day. I'm just done. And I'm thinking she's talking to Titus. I should have known better. Because she's scared of Titus. But she's talking to the cameraman. She's like, I just got out of the hospital and I got all these cameras in my face. Baby, you signed up for this and you didn't get out the hospital. You got out of the emergency room. You wasn't there 2 hours. Don't act like you just had heart surgery or nothing. And this is your job. This is what you signed up for. You just embarrassed because that man, you thought he was going to say, baby, I hope you feel better. No, he said, you being stupid because you ain't eat since yesterday. So she closed her door and that's it. So Kaylee is pulling up to Mickey's mama's house, and I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was a store when I seen the outside. She got it set up real nice, but it looked like one of those stores, like if you could go visit the mountains. Anyway, she get in there, and she said she really liked his mama, whatever. Mama was like, I've been waiting on you. You late. You don't answer your phone. You don't answer my text message. And Kaylee was like, 'cause your son is always on my phone, or whatever. He want me to get him this and get him that. And his mom was like, look, he gotta manage his expectations. She was like, yeah, but he's under the impression that there's more money than there is, and I've kind of given him that impression. And mom was like, yeah, you have, and I need to get that together. So she was like, did he give you a list of things that he need? And she was naming all the stuff, and mom was like, yeah, he need to chill on that. So his mom is in her little confessional spot, and she's like, he has some money because the last time he was out, he had a full-time job. That man ain't saved up $14,000 from no full-time job unless you was paying all of his other expenses, and he was out for at least 2 years. He had to be saving every single penny that he was making. She said, Kaylee asked his mama, do you think he's using me? And his mama had nothing nice to say. She said, I told you not to marry him. She said, what kind of idiot married somebody in jail? Then she gets to listen to all his bad qualities. He is egotistical. He's chauvinistic. She said, you was the one that had options and you chose this one. Mom is like, he's really upset about his credit cards. He told me you got him credit cards in his name and then you maxed them out and you couldn't pay the bill. And Kaylee was like, yeah, I maxed out his credit cards because when he asked for something, I put it on his card. And I know I get the thought process behind it, but who you thought was about to pay for it? You still gonna be paying for it. Now you paying for it with interest. So mom was like, then I had to send you money to pay it because he's concerned about his credit score. He's concerned about everything but his freedom. So Kaylee said the last time he got out, she was supposed to pick him up, but she didn't show up because her gut told her not to. She was like, he wasn't in a good place and he wasn't done with his addiction. Where her gut at now? It's hard to tell if he's done with his addiction, but he's still being manipulative. He's still hiding things from you. If he'll hide one thing, he'll hide the rest of them. And see, I think his mama just wants some stuff to be on camera. I think she just wants the people to know some stuff because Kaylee was like, he thinks money comes out of nowhere. And for a while, it was. Mom was like, yeah, because you had a good paying job. But then you went to Mexico and got your body done. And then your mama had to be your caregiver. And she took advantage of you and stole all your money, which she'll never own up to. I'm like, oh, this lady had some stuff on her chest that she just needed to get off. So Kaylee asked his mom if she would be okay meeting up with her mom before Mickey gets out. And she was like, let me think about it. But just so you know, it's probably better that we do it in public because there's a less chance of somebody get hurt. And I love me a straight shooter. But while I love me a straight shooter, you ain't about to sit here and threaten my mama. I don't care who mama you are. I don't care who house we in. I don't care what she did. She ain't do nothing to you. Girl, who is this man they done put on our screen? They done introduce somebody else. Rich, who is 34, and his inmate is Felicia, who is 26. Rich come on the screen all wrong. First, it starts out with him boxing, then he get in confessional talking about, my name is Rich, and I'm 34, and I'm not a player. Baby, nobody thought that. Nobody. Nope. Rich says he's been married 2 times, and what he's been doing in the past has only led to heartache. Go figure. This man said he had a dream about this woman, and in the dream, the woman is telling him that she's incarcerated. So he went and searched for pen pal websites. He just happened, there's so many of them, but he just happened to pick the right one, and he found her. That was the woman in his dream. So he contacted her. He told her, I had a dream about you. She was like, a lot of men have dreams about me, but she fell in love with him the first time she talked to him. Now she in jail for armed robbery. She said she been in and out of jail since she was 12 years old. She already starting off wrong. She's talking about she got people from her past that's waiting on her to get out, so she don't know who's gonna pop up. But her plan is to get out and be released to Rich and get married to him and have kids by him. But again, she's not sure who from her past will pop up. What does that even mean? Okay, Rich is meeting up with his cousin at like a hookah lounge, and he tells her that he feels like Western women are influenced by social media and being baddies, and his girlfriend has been locked up for so long. Felicia has been locked up for so long that she hasn't been able to be influenced by the social media baddies or whatever. And then she's like, they switch over to Felicia. Felicia says she was really sheltered. She went to private schools, and then her mom was in and out of jail, and she ended up in foster care. So I need a little bit more on that story, because I don't know what, the story ain't adding up. The cousin is like, do her parents know that you black? And he get to laughing, and so he got this little awkward Nick Cannon vibe about him. He don't look like him, but he has his mannerisms. So he's just laughing and joking and going on. And she was like, because the old school parents, they don't be playing it, mixing the races or whatever. He was like, yeah, I thought about it or whatever. And then it switches over to Felicia. And she said, no, my dad is Sicilian, and he feels like I need to be with, he's by the order, and he feels like I need to be with a Sicilian Italian man. And if I don't, we'll just see how it goes. We get back over here to Kaylee, and she tells us that she thinks that the video was canceled because she's talking to Justin the burglar under his ex's account because her account got blocked or whatever. She's banned pretty much. So she get on the phone and she called the prison, and she want to know why it's canceled. The man asked her what her name is. She says it's under Brittany whatever. And then he get back, and then Justin starts calling her other phone while she's on the phone with him. He like, ma'am, are you there? She's like, yeah. He was like, now, what did you say your name was? He was like, my name is Emily. She said, my name is Emily, but it's under Brittany, such and such. He was like, well, if you chatting under somebody else's name, that is a violation of something. And he hung up on her. Why are you surprised? Why would you call up there knowing you were in the wrong? He ain't gonna be able to chat with nobody else. Come to find out, they didn't cancel her visits because she used to be a CO for 3 years. And Justin the burglar is like, we can't visit no more because she just can't help but talk to everybody she meets. She always running her mouth. She done came up here to visit me, and she was all friendly with the CEO and was like, yeah, I used to work here. Oh, I used to work as a CEO. And they said, that's not documented. Your visits have been revoked. Girl. She like, well, I only did it for like 3 years. Then you knew that as a CEO, you can't just go frolicking to prisons to meet inmates. You should have read that handbook. Girl, Aisha done got out this car and the people told her, honey, you can't just come up here like this. So she talking to a lady. She's like, yeah, I just want to, I came because y'all had a new inmate transfer him and I haven't talked to him since he been here. And the lady was like, no, you can't just show up here. You gonna have to call on the phone. She was like, I call, I keep getting the voicemail. She was like, I just want to go inside and I want to see if he's here. And the lady was like, have it your way. So she go up there. The people tell her, if you don't get your ass off these grounds, we're going to call the sheriff. And she was like, well, I just want to get in your car or we're going to call the sheriff. Now she don't want no trouble. She want to get in her car. And then she going to say, and tell your little co-worker they don't have to be rude or something like that. Girl, I told you to call. I told you to use your telephone. People don't listen. I knew this was going to happen. If the people ain't get back to you, they ain't get back to you. You don't show up to no prison unless you're trying to be an inmate. Now she's sitting in this car crying. Telling me, we drove all the way. We drove 3 hours to come up here and get treated like nothing. No, you got treated like you were trespassing because you were. You were not invited. You submitted your paperwork and people didn't get back to you. So Monique just came over here to let us know that Titus called her a dumb bitch for fainting. He calls her and she's like, so did you think about everything? Did you think about anything? This man called you. Why are you answering your phone? He's like, listen, it happened. I ain't trying to dwell on it or whatever. We just need to move past it. She was like, we can't move past it until we talk about it and you see where you went wrong. He was like, I'm just saying, I think you did it because you was feeling some type of way about meeting my family. She like, no, because I'm gonna be me regardless. Pretty much, I'm not worried about meeting your family. I'm gonna be me regardless. So Calandra is like, let me see the phone. So she take the phone, and her and Sylvia walk into Sylvia's an old ass name. Her and Sylvia walk into the other room, and she like, yeah, I heard how you been talking to my sister. Why are you treating her like that? This way, tell them. She don't know how to treat a man in a relationship. It's always a double standard with men and women. She don't know how to treat the man in a relationship. He was like, matter of fact, where's she at? So Monique like, give me the phone. So she on the phone, are you getting ready to apologize? He like, no, pretty much. And she like, because if you're not about to apologize, you want to sit up here and look with this tough guy act like you don't love me for real. And the way you act is showing me you don't. And he was like, how long you been up here? She was like, you know how long I've been up here for 4 months. He was like, and I ain't seen you yet. So if you so sure, why you ain't came up here and give me no kiss yet? She was like, look, if you're not about to apologize, then I'm just about to block you. He was like, you about to block me? He was like, man, whatever. So she was like, don't reach out to me, don't talk to me, don't do nothing. And I don't know which one of them hang up. I think she hung up on him. So her sister, Calandra, is like, who the fuck do he think he is? So this might be Monique's last episode because, she said there's nothing else to say. Calandra, like, he don't have no kind of compassion, no love, no nothing for Monique. So we might not even be seeing her next episode because usually, when the partners break up, we don't see them no more. So Kaylee and her mom are in the store shopping for Michael, and mom is like, what does he need? And Kaylee was like, well, what he needs and what he wants is the same thing to him. So his mama was like, well, where his mama at? Because I don't understand why she not helping. And Kaylee was like, I don't want to ask her for help. I want to prove that I can support her son. And she was like, well, I just feel like, as a parent, as a mother, if your son can't support himself, then I feel like you need to step up. We don't want to know how you feel as a parent. We are not interested in your parenting techniques. This is the one thing in life that you have absolutely failed at, ma'am. So Kayla's like, what is it with you and Angel, who's Michael's mom? And she was like, I just feel like, I don't want to hurt you by, like, I guess choosing a side. She didn't really say that, but I guess that's how she feels. And she was like, you and I didn't speak for 8 years. And her mom was like, well, why didn't we speak for 8 years? She was like, because you was addicted to drugs, you was in and out of jail, and I was addicted to alcohol. I said, oh, y'all just got too much going on. She was like, I feel like 2 addictions was too much. 1 addiction is too much. This is a lot going on. Yeah, I kind of see Angel's side a little bit, but you still ain't about to threaten my mama in my presence. I don't give a damn what she did. Mom was like, yeah, I know I wasn't there for you. Girl, we don't want to hear all that. Okay, we ain't about to. Y'all need to figure that out on your own. This is not for my TV. This is not. I don't want to hear this. This lady done got on these people camera and said, yeah, I know I chose drugs over my children, but for you not to speak to me for 8 years, that hurt me. Girl, I can't. I'm done. So, mom eventually opens up and says she is jealous of the relationship her daughter has with Angel because she opens up to her about certain things. And she said Angel thinks she better than everybody. And she don't like that. So she was like, you know what? Call her and tell her to go meet us somewhere. We can meet her. She said we can meet her up right now. So Kaylee was like, well, I'm just going to tell her it's just me and her, and then we're going to surprise her. I don't think that's a good idea, but we're going to see. Girl, they done got up there to the register, and Kaylee card didn't go through. So she tried Michael card. Michael card didn't go through. I cannot. I cannot. And the thing about Michael is, yeah, he's right in her not managing money properly, but you ain't managing, like, hiding your money so you don't have to buy yourself anything. That is just manipulation 101. Anyway, mama have to end up paying for the for the clothes at the clothing store. The way my daughter would have had to put that shit back, I just I just can't. I just cannot. That was the end of the episode. I guess we're gonna have the moms meet together on next Friday. Girl, I can't. I cannot. When that credit card declined, they sent me. Like, comment, subscribe, and leave your thoughts down below on this episode.